2, go.
Welcome back, everybody. This is Nickel City Hot Takes, your humble host, Brian. We've got a couple of guests with you today. As always, joined by me is my producer extraordinaire, Angel. A couple of familiar faces, in particular from last year during the same exact episode where we predict the Bills' schedule. Uncle Eric and friend of the show, Sean. Say hi to the people.
What's going on?
What's going on?
Hey.
All right.
All right. But yeah, before we get started with this whole thing, everybody's heard the news about the Tops thing. We just want to say our hearts and our minds are with them and their families and everything. But without further ado, Angel, take it away with the schedule. What do you got for us?
All right, so the 2022 schedule is out now. And man, I got opinions about it, but I'll run it down real quick. And I'm just gonna say right now, I called it. I called it. I told all of you.
Episode.
I said it. That was gonna happen. And guess what? Guess who got the first game of the season?
We get the Super Bowl champs.
Mm-hmm. Okay, his first game of the season. September 8th, 8/20. First game of the season against the Super Bowl champs, the Rams. At the Rams. So,
So fast.
I should have looked this up. I don't know the last time we had a kickoff game.
Well, I think they've only been doing the kickoff games for maybe a decade or so, and I don't think we've ever had a single one.
Well, yeah, if it was a decade, then we're definitely not getting one. That's for damn sure. So
I think I remember us having like a Hall of Fame game, like the preseason one.
Yeah. Well, we had T.O.
Yeah, that's right.
That was the only reason why we even got that game. The hell.
True.
But yeah, the season starting off with the Rams on Thursday Night Football, and then a week later, Monday Night Football against
Angel's favorite.
a team I absolutely hate with a burning passion, and with the Tennessee Titans, 7:15. 7:15. That's I usually start around 8.
Probably a doubleheader.
Probably. But yeah, we're starting at 7:15 p.m. So back-to-back night games. Way to start the season. And I hope Buffalo is ready to be sleep deprived 2 weeks in a row. It's gonna be great.
More like it.
Yeah, half asleep. So that's gonna be on the 19th of November. Before our birthdays. Yeah, it'll be nice. And then the following week, a nice little cleanser. Our annual early of the season a beatdown of our son game.
Father-son game.
Yeah, father-son game. The Miami Dolphins go against their father, Daddy Josh Allen. And our first 1 p.m. game of the season on the 25th of September. So that's gonna be fun.
By the way, the only thing I could think of when you mentioned like the Miami Dolphins father being Josh Allen was Kyle Brandt in that shirt with Josh Allen just sitting there jacked up. I'm like, I need to get me one of them.
Yes. Yes.
Now.
They do.
Yeah.
They do. So it's
Yeah, I gotta
great.
get me one.
All right. So the next game, October the 2nd, another 1 p.m. game against the Baltimore Ravens. So
That's a fun beginning of the year.
Yeah, it's gonna be a hell of a fun beginning of the year. Honestly, I'm looking forward to it. Honestly, it's gonna be fun. And follow that up with the 9th of October. I am losing my mind here. I'll go against Pittsburgh Steelers at Pittsburgh. Oh, yep, at Pittsburgh. It's very tiny. I can barely see it. So, so that's gonna be a fun game. Who knows what that quarterback's gonna be? We have no idea. So, and of course, our annual tradition. For some freaking reason, we always get these guys every damn godforsaken year. The Kansas City Chiefs at Arrowhead. 4/25, the 16th of October. The rematch of the greatest game in the past, God knows how long.
The bye week?
Yes, well, the bye week's next. So we literally got to go all out for this one. So, And it's Kansas City, so yeah, that's gonna be interesting. Then we got a very early bye week. Not a fan of it. Not a fan of the early bye week at all. But that's just my opinion. Then we go back to Sunday Night Football against Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers at Buffalo. So Sunday Night Football at Buffalo. So not bad. 8:20 startup time. Not bad. Not bad. And then the Jets. November. First game of November. The Jets.
That out the Jets. They've upgraded, Angel.
Okay.
They've upgraded, Angel.
Okay, yeah. Anyway, next one. The Diggs gets to return to Minnesota. Talking about creating storylines. Gets to return to Minnesota for the first time since he left the team against the Minnesota Vikings. 1 p.m. on the 13th of November. That's going to be
Cooks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. The Cooks. That's
And then
right.
it's
That's gonna be
Battle
fun.
of the Cooks and Diggs versus Jefferson.
That's gonna be fun. Yeah. Hell yeah. I love storylines. Speaking of storylines, the Browns. The 20th of November.
Deshaun Watson.
Yes. That team. Yeah. Anyway, next one. Our sisters. Sisters from the Lions. There we go against them. Oh, 12:30 p.m. Wait, what?
Yeah, that's
That's
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving.
Oh, that's right. Okay, wait, what? Thanksgiving game. That's right. I forgot. And it's an early one, so that's not bad. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. We got early Thanksgiving game. I think both times we past 2 years or past Thanksgiving games were
3 out
nighttime.
of 4 years.
Yeah, they were
All midnight.
nighttime, so that's good. I'm happy. So that's gonna be pretty awesome. You know, I'm still kind of confused why is the Lions still in the tradition of the, Thanksgiving games, but whatever. Okay. Now we move on. For some reason, again, for the second time in back-to-back years, we are going against the Patriots, very close to each other and very late in the season. Patriots Thursday Night Football at Gillette, I think that's what it's
Gillette.
called. Yeah, Gillette. Yeah. Yep. So that's another Thursday Night Football game.
Mac Jones.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Then another back-to-back division games. I just realized we got the Jets next. Coming over to Orchard Park, Highmark, for a 1 p.m. game, and then the very next week, the following week, is a TBD Miami game.
Could be Saturday, could be Sunday. We don't know yet.
Yes, and this is at Buffalo. So who knows what time that's going to be? I guess they're going to determine how good the Dolphins are. So we'll see how that works out. Very next week, Chicago, 1 p.m.
Justin
bad.
Fields.
Justin Fields, hell yeah. We'll see how that goes. Monday Night Football against the man. I look forward to this game. I marked this game on the schedule, but unfortunately, it's sitting towards the end of the season. So I'm hoping. I'm not hoping. I'm hoping that it actually means something, but. We'll see. Monday Night Football against the Cincinnati Bengals, 8:30 p.m. late night football, and then TBD. Our new tradition to end our season against the Patriots. We don't know the time for that one, but that's going to be in.
Let me correct you real quick here. End our regular season,
Yes.
not end our season.
No, end the season.
Yeah.
Well,
regular season.
okay, regular season. Sorry. That's what. Yeah. So.
Or playoff caliber.
But yeah, so that is the schedule. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 primetime games. So what do you guys think about the schedule? Obviously, just in a format and how everything laid out.
Well, I mean, I pretty much was calling it halfway through the summer that we were going to end up with the opening game. I mean, when we saw that we had Los Angeles on our schedule to start with, it really matched up because they didn't have. I mean, everyone was saying that Denver would have been a good matchup for for that week. But I mean, I don't think Denver nearly provides the entertainment value that the Bills do
Mm-mm.
across the nation at this point. So it was just a given that we were going to end up with that game.
Yeah, that's true. And Russell Wilson is as good and as much of a household name as he is. Like you said, they just don't provide that spark that the Bills do right now.
Yeah, and I see Russell Wilson. I mean, you saw him taking a step back in Seattle. I really don't see what he's going to bring to Denver to up their game.
No, and when you're taking a step back with guys like DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett, then yeah, there's something wrong with the quarterback there.
Yeah, exactly.
Also, hello, chat. Sorry. Thank you, everyone, for coming over. We see you.
Uncle Eric, what are you thinking about the schedule?
Well, first off, if we're going just to piggyback off of Denver and that, don't forget their one receiver just got arrested for something. So
Jerry
maybe
Judy, that's right.
yeah, so maybe they'll be the new Raiders where they can't stay out of trouble. And who knows how long Sierra wants to get out of Denver, for Russell Wilson. So I still think they're going to be a relevant team, but we'll get into that. But the schedule-wise, I'm pumped. I love that we have the maximum primetime games. We deserve them. I love that we have the Thanksgiving game right first thing in the morning. So after we do our annual Turkey Bowl, we can get home right away and relax and actually not have to wait till 8 o'clock at night to watch the Bills win.
Yep.
So right now jumping into it, that's a win right there. So we'll get that figured out. I'm pumped though. I really like it because just as a little story background, Sean and I and Patrick, I know you guys are in Florida. I wish we can see each other more. That's an annual thing that me, Patrick, and Sean go out or find or someone's house to watch the Thursday game. So it's actually exciting that the Bills will be hosting that. Monday nights are good. I mean, granted, we have the some in Buffalo, so that's really cool. So it's a really nice mixture of schedule. I mean, there's some tough games, there's some easy games that we should be able to predict, but all in all, I'm pumped for it.
Yeah, personally, the beginning of the schedule, I mean, depending on how Miami's going to be, it depends on Tua personally. I don't think they upgraded much on the defensive side of the ball. Tyreek Hill's Tyreek Hill. Whether he's going to upgrade their offense or not, it's still a pretty scary thing to try to cover him and Jalen Waddle at the same time, no matter what your defense looks like. So, yeah, that first half of the schedule, right before the bye week, it's pretty brutal outside of Pittsburgh. So, and then gradually, as the temperature starts to drop, the games seem to get a little bit easier. So that's something that I was liking a lot about the schedule. I don't know what you guys think about that.
Yeah, I agree. I'll jump right back in, Sean. Sorry.
No, you're good.
Yeah, I totally agree with you on that, Brian. I think the first half of this before the bye is going to be the make or break part of it. I mean, granted, we probably could coast going in if you actually even look past the Green Bay game. That might be tough, but then you got the Jets. As much as everyone's on the bandwagon for Minnesota to probably take over that division this year, I still don't count out Green Bay with Aaron Rodgers.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Cleveland with Deshaun Watson, who knows if he's even going to be the quarterback at that time. There's still the legal stuff that, they're saying. Lions are going to be better. I mean, we'll go through all this again, but I totally agree with you on that. But going back to Miami, though, just a heads up, a little update. They did sign Melvin Ingram. That's a little pass rusher to kind of help them out. Their defense was good last year. They have all these nice, they have the Ferrari, they have the Lamborghini, they got all these nice little tools. But again, as we're going to talk about, is he the answer? And I 100% don't think he's the answer. I think he's going to hold them back from all their things. They have speed. They might be fun to watch, but they can also be a team that can get injured real quickly and they can falter. But yeah, I totally 100% agree again with you with the start of the schedule versus the end.
Yeah.
And the end of the schedule is interesting though too, because I mean you got the last 6 weeks of the season. 4 of those 6 games are all divisional games. So even though we were saying it's going to be an easier end of the schedule, I think it's going to be intense because you have all those rivalry games, all your division games loaded at the end of the year, just making it feel all the more better for us.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
And if you look at it, Sean, that's a good point. If you look at it though, after the bye, look how many home games we have versus away games.
Yep. I was just thinking that.
Cold weather. I mean, granted, you have 2 weeks right after Thanksgiving and the week after where you're going to have that 2 Thursday games in a row. The only thing is after 2 Thursday games in a row and you're coming to Sunday, that could be I hate to say it, you guys always pick on me about the Jets. Don't sleep on them, and coming back from 2 Thursday games, that's tough to, get back into Sunday mentality after you played 2 in a row. But, yeah, I like, though, the end of the thing because we got all those home games. And what fan base is better than, cold weather and Buffalo Shannon us on? So that's why I like that a lot as well.
Could not agree more. Angel, what are you thinking?
So, I kind of had the, when it comes to the schedule, I like the schedule and I dislike it. I like it because we have 5 primetime games, but they're spread out this time. It kind of felt like last year we kind of had back to back primetime games, and it just felt like it was like, come on, give us our 1 p.m. games back. I kind of like those. I actually really like those, but back to back starting. I mean, look, if you want to show off one of your top teams in the league, this is how you do it. So, you show them against the Super Bowl champs, and then against the number 1 seed from last year. So, that's just one way to do it right there. It's being so late, like 4 of the last, having all those division games in the end of the season. I just kind of like having the division kind of closed up before the season ends, at least before week 15 or so, give or take. But that's usually the case because obviously, just like last year, they kind of understood that they'd rather be healthy so they can perform for the playoffs, because that's the more important part than having to do that. But having to have such a gauntlet of not gauntlet, but so many division games at once just to close out the division, it's gonna be a pain in the butt. But I guess if you just get the number 1 seed, it really won't matter, would it? So
just win. That's it.
Just win. And the bye week. It's week 7.
Win the bye week too.
Yeah, the bye week is week 7, and I'm just like, 10 consecutive weeks.
And normally I wouldn't like that early bye week, but after that first 7 or first 6 games, I'm like, yeah, they probably could use it after that. But,
yeah, it's a gauntlet. I mean, out of the 6 games, I would say maybe 4. We got very competitive games. I'm not. I don't know what Miami is. No clue. I don't think most people know what the hell Miami is right now. It's not promising. Them showing Tua throwing a dud of a ball for Tyreek Hill to come back to.
Yeah. Did you guys see that?
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. They put that up there, and if they put it up like it's a highlight, and they even put it in slow motion, and I'm like, okay, you're gonna show off.
And then they put a rocket on the tweet. I'm like, oh my god, what is this?
The dude had to come back for the ball. Like, he's confirmed everything was afraid of with Tua. He can't get the ball deep.
No.
Yep.
So yeah, I think it's gonna be a long season for Tua, man.
Yeah.
Probably his last one in Miami, honestly.
Someone did an edit of Tua throwing the ball and then have him come back. Actually, you see there's a video that edited. You see Tua throwing the ball and then Elam coming back to catch it. I'm like,
that's awesome.
That's great.
That is awesome.
Yeah, so I'm like, all right, I like that.
Speaking of Tyreek Hill, I just wanted to interact a little bit with the chat. Kevin says he's not taking him in fantasy this year for some odd reason. I don't know. Maybe it's Tua.
That's literally the only player you will go after, to be honest.
Yeah, exactly.
He's the only one that can possibly explode with some points, maybe. So
Yep.
Well, I mean, he's still good for getting those yards after
Mm-hmm.
catch.
Yeah.
I think if they utilize Tua right, get those short intermediate passes to Tyreek Hill, he could really turn on the afterburners afterwards and still get you some points. But
Oh yeah.
is it going to be worth the fantasy points like he was with Mahomes? Probably not.
I wouldn't say he's anywhere near what he was with Mahomes personally. We'll see.
So, just to answer a quick question for Ann, as far as we did the show about 2 weeks ago for the free agency, but I'll just run down the list real quick on who we signed, and just to kind of get that out of the way, because obviously training camp hasn't started yet, and we don't know who's in and who's out.
Gonna stay? Yeah.
It's really tough to even determine that, to be honest, but I'm not even gonna go there. But just
the new additions.
Yeah, just a recap real quick. Obviously, starting out with Von Miller, yes, big deal. OJ Howard, Roger Stafford, Daquan Jones, Tim Settle, Jordan Phillips is back, Marquise Lee, Shaq Lawson, Matt Barkley's back. Greg Mansis, whatever. Jamison Crowder, Duke Johnson, Davis Quisenberry from the Titans.
Oh, the O-lineman.
Mm-hmm. And then we reassigned Isaiah McKenzie, Jake Kumaro, Sari Neal, Tara Donson, Tywan Jones, Ike Burker, Ryan Bates, Bobby Hart, and of course, Stephon Mother effing Diggs.
No, Fair has not gotten an extension yet, but he still has 1 year left on his contract.
Yes. Well, yeah. So, and then Matt Milano got a contract restructure. Micah Hyde got a contract restructure. Mitch Morse got a contract extension. And then I guess Kicker agreed to a pay cut. So, yes.
Rightfully so. And we just lost Jerry Hughes to Houston.
Yeah, by the way, thank you, Darius Jerry. All the years, honestly, Jerry, I loved Hughes. He was one of the most consistent players, or at least for the most part, consistent for us. And he was a ride or die Buffalo Bills player for ever. I remember one thing I remember with him is during the Snowvember thing, the storm. Remember him going out there and having people out there with his. I think he was he had like his jet ski or something like that, so he was pulling people out with jet skis and stuff. So it was pretty cool. But yeah, honestly, it's like I said, it's if we ever see him again, he went to Texans, right? Went to Houston, went back home. Yeah, so he's gonna retire pretty soon. He just probably went back home. Just maybe spend a year there or something like that. So wish him the best of luck. Maybe those with the Texans, but hey, it is what it is.
They're not playing the Bills this year, so we can wish them the best of luck.
I know, but it's the Texans still too.
Honestly, I think the Texans are going to surprise a lot of people this year.
Is it?
I think last year they were actually playing a lot better than they should have been playing, and I think that's going to come through this year. I think what's his name, Webb. I think he did a fantastic job. I think everybody pretty much wrote him off at the start of the year, and he proved a lot of doubters wrong. I watched a couple of their games, and he could play. The dude can ball, and I think with the additions they made this offseason, they're going to be much better than people think.
Sure. They're playing in a somewhat tough division when you got to play against the Colts now, but who knows how they're going to be with their quarterback situation. But yeah, in Jacksonville, if they're going to take a step up. Go ahead.
I 100% disagree with that comment, Sean. I don't think they're going to be the same team as they're still ways away. I don't think the quarterback is relevant, okay? He's not a starting quarterback. He'll get you a couple wins. There's still a lot of pieces away. But I'm just going to play devil's advocate there because there are some teams that, we will have disagreements about, but that one they'll probably be better. I have them as improving, but nowhere at anywhere being like a playoff team or relevant as say, because you're in Granted, I see Tennessee stepping back a little bit, but it's gonna be between Tennessee and the Colts in that division still.
Oh,
So I mean, Jacksonville and Houston might beat each other up, to see who's worse. But yeah, I'm
yeah,
disagreeing with you on that one, Sean.
I mean, I agree. They're not going to make the playoffs. I don't see them taking that kind of a step. No way. Not in.
Yeah,
I mean,
you
the
do.
AFC is stacked. There's no way they make it. But I think they come out probably second in the division. I think that the
Ooh.
Titans have taken that much of a step back that I don't think that even the Titans can finish ahead of them. And Jacksonville, let's be honest, they're still recovering from the nightmare based.
How is that for a hot take?
All right, nice. It's like me saying the Lions are gonna win the division or something. Geez, Sean.
Hey man, Dan Campbell, give him a year or two, he'll be there.
Hey man, I'm still rooting for them. Okay, I mean, a little scruffy group. Not against us, but still, I'm still rooting for them. But anyway, so yeah, that's pretty much it as far as the opinions for the season. But of course,
I'm itching. Let's make these picks.
We have something a little special. We do have a Discord, mind you guys. We do have a Discord. I'm gonna put it in the chat, so you guys can keep track of our picks. I'm going to jot down. Hold on one second. Let me get that copy. All right. So yeah, we do have a Discord, and with the Discord, you can go and we can talk. Buffalo Bills and stuff, but mainly make sure we keep our word, because what we're going to do here is each person we're going to jot down their picks, and we're going to get their record, and we're going to put it in our Discord, so it's there forever. And
you guys can feel free to join us in the chat as well with your picks as we go through them. Feel free to tell us why you're picking who you're picking.
And if you want to partake in this too, I did put a link on it. And if you want to do a screenshot and put in your picks, you can too. But anyway, starting.
Without further ado,
who are starting? So I know Eric is going last because. Okay, so I guess Brian's going first. All right, so this is how it's gonna go. I say we, just tell us the pick and tell us why, quick reason why, and then move on to the next pick.
So I jump in for a second.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sweeten the deal. The winner who has the best comes closest to the record. I'm gonna make up a little trophy that you get to inherit for the end of the year and take your picture with. So if it wins in Florida, it'll get shipped down there.
Okay.
If it stays here in Buffalo, either way, we'll all do something fun like that. So that's my little deal for us here. We're gonna have some.
I like that.
And this is your reigning, defending champion speaking here.
Yes.
That's right.
He won last year, probably by a pretty wide margin, because I think me and Angel together had like 1 loss or 2 losses.
I will not repeat the same mistakes again. It's going to be 1 loss this time, not 2. I'm sorry. No, I'm kidding.
All right, go ahead. I just mean to jump in there.
All right, appreciate that. That's pretty cool.
All right, so Brian, we got the Buffalo Bills versus the Rams
at SoFi. Yeah, I'm gonna take the Bills on this one.
Okay.
They're just a better overall team. The Rams are also without Odell Beckham. Their defense is not going to be anywhere near as good as it was last year, especially in the secondary, I think. So, yeah, I see us winning, and I see us winning pretty big on this night.
Okay. All right. Can there be an advocate for the champ?
Want me to go second?
Oh no. No. We're gonna go through the whole schedule because I won't be able to jot it down and then screenshot it.
Yeah, you wanted me to jump in and say something.
Oh no, you're fine. We're gonna go through the whole schedule because then I'll be able to screenshot it and put it on the thing. So.
Oh, you want me to do every game?
Every game. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right. Next one: Tennessee at Buffalo.
Tennessee at Buffalo. I'm picking Tennessee to win this game. Yes, Angel, I'm picking Tennessee to win this game because we cannot figure out how to beat Tennessee.
Okay.
Don't know why. but we can't.
Okay.
Um,
All right. So Buffalo at Miami.
Josh Allen is their daddy. That's all I've got to say.
All right. Buffalo at Baltimore.
This one has been a tough one for me. I've been flip-flopping this one in my head back and forth. Man, I'm gonna give this one to the Bills in a tight game.
All right. Steelers at Buffalo.
Buffalo. No explanation needed.
Oh boy. Here we go. Buffalo at Arrowhead. The Chiefs.
All right, the Bills are winning this game, and the Bills are winning this game by 40.
Holy shit. All right.
I don't give
I'm sick of these motherfuckers.
I'm beyond sick of them. Like Kyle Brandt said, the only thing that can stop Josh Allen is a coin flip.
Mind you, Brian last year multiple times had hype videos dedicated to this thing.
And there will be more. But for the sake of time, they don't have Tyreek Hill anymore, and their defense is still garbage. Josh Allen's going to shred them to bits.
All right, Buffalo wins the bye week. Now, Green Bay at Buffalo. Monday.
That's a Sunday night game?
Sunday
or
night?
Thursday? Yeah.
4:25. I think that game is.
No, it's
No, 8:20. Yeah.
8:20.
So it has to be
Okay.
Sunday night. It has to be Sunday night. Yeah.
Sorry
Okay.
about that. I thought for some reason I thought I seen 4:25.
Yeah, I think by this time we should have Trey White back. Is that right?
That's
Yeah,
the.
he'll be back
yeah.
for what's worst.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking, and that's only gonna make things harder on guys like Aaron Rodgers, especially when they don't have a Devontae Adams that can beat anybody. So I'm gonna go with the Bills on this one, and we've had a historically pretty good record against Green Bay, even when we've had our shitty teams. So
Well, last time we lost to them 20 zip. So anyway. All right, Buffalo at New Jersey. Jets.
Bills, no explanation needed.
Minnesota.
Jets are an afterthought.
Minnesota at Bills.
This one's another one. I love Minnesota. The only player on their team I hate is their quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
I hope you draft them.
That's never going to happen. All right.
If he ends up on your team, you have to get his jersey.
I'll get his college jersey. How about that?
Oh, Jesus.
I'm going Bills here. I'm going to say it's a close one. But, yeah, like we said, there's just storylines. It's going to be a fun
Oh,
game
that's going to be a
for
fun game. Yep. Browns at Bills.
Personally, I don't think it matters if Baker Mayfield's playing or if Watson's playing. I think he's grossly overpaid anyways, and their offense definitely doesn't look anything the same. So, yeah, I'm going Bills on this one, and I don't think it's going to be close.
All right. Bills at Lions Thanksgiving.
Early Thanksgiving. Yeah, let's go Bills.
Bills at Thursday Night Football.
This is a Gillette game.
Gillette game.
Go Bills.
Go Bills. Jets at Buffalo.
No explanation needed.
Oh my god. I think this is
No
a December
explanation
game. This is a December game for I hope it's a
Josh-
nice snowy game for them too. Okay.
Josh Allen.
Yep, Dolphins lose too. But okay. Buffalo at Chicago. Interesting. It could be a very windy, very snowy tundra type of game.
You see, Buffalo at Chicago. I keep this just keeps reminding me of that game that we went to last year in Jacksonville. Like the Bears kind of remind me of that Jacksonville team that there's no way in hell they're supposed to beat us, but somehow they do.
Yeah.
I just can't pick against logic. Bills are going to win this game.
All right. Now, the dream matchup that I hope that actually means something. Buffalo at Cincinnati.
So I'm not going to get ahead of myself or anything, but I could easily see this one having Cincinnati winning and then the Bills getting revenge in the playoffs. So I'm going to go ahead and pick Cincinnati here.
All right. And, of course, the Patriots at Highmark.
The Bills will have clinched by now, so I'm picking New England.
Okay. I think you just lose not getting in. Okay. All right. Well, we got a 14-3 record for Brian. 14-3 record. So let me just zoom it out so I can capture the whole page. There we go. Wait. Yeah, I can do that. Let me just do that. All right, so let me do that. Let me capture it. And let me just mark it down real quick here.
Becky, what does a half-ass PBJ mean? Help me out. She's in the chat. She said no more half-ass PBJs.
Okay, got you right there.
14-3. Wow.
14-3, yes. All right, so let's reset everything real quick.
That trophy will be mine.
14-3. I marked it down, and I'll pin it. Okay. All right, so now we're going to move on to...
I want to hear Sean's picks.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
16-1, Sean Martin here.
Get the waiting here, bud. Waiting here.
All right, so who's next?
All right, I'll go.
Okay. All right, so we got Buffalo against the Rams.
All right, yeah, we've been wanting this one. The entire country's been hyping this one up for the entire summer, probably even into the last postseason. They were hyping up this game already. And let's be honest here. Von Miller won a Super Bowl with the Rams. He's going to get his ring probably the night before. Can't imagine they're going to give it to him that night while he's on our team. The Rams have a great team still, but here's the thing. They've got great receivers, but they're all new receivers. None of the receivers from last season even came back, so they've got brand new receivers to play with here. They lost a couple of guys on defense, including the guy that's now on our team lining up against them. And Matt Stafford, as much as Eric has a man crush on that guy, and as great of a quarterback he is and was, he's still not a great quarterback. I mean, the Bills are going to take this game.
All right.
I just don't see them losing that.
All righty, moving on. Tennessee at Buffalo, Monday Night Football.
Brian picked against them because of history. I'm going to go the opposite way. We lost to them twice, and both those times we had to go into Tennessee and play, even though we still pretty much have home field advantage in Tennessee. It's like some kind of weird juju curse or something we got going into Tennessee to play.
Mm-hmm.
But they got to come here on Monday Night Football to open up the season in Highmark.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Bills Mafia will not let them live that down. That is a win.
That it also took Josh Allen slipping for them to lose. So
that's also true. That's true.
All right, so we got Bills winning there. Okay, Bills at Miami.
And I'm going to be at the game. It's going to be even sweeter for this. But as Brian said, Josh Allen is their daddy. Tua is not the future. He will be gone by next year. And who knows if even Tyreek Hill lasts. I mean, they're going to be forking out all this money to these great receivers, and pretty soon they won't even have a quarterback to throw to them. So, Bills all day.
All right. Bills at Baltimore.
Baltimore's improved somewhat, except they have no receivers. So I think they have 5 or 6 receivers now in that locker room. and not a single one of them have more than like 5 catches. I think I saw was a stat.
Yeah,
It's
saw that.
it's stupid. Yeah, it's basically they're going to be dependent on Lamar. I see the Ravens season going similar to last year, where they had a hot start because of Lamar's antics, and then he just got worn out and injured because he's getting battered and beaten because they're depending on him to win, basically carry the entire team. Um, I think he's going to have a good game against Buffalo, but I think the Bills are a little bit too much. I don't think that Lamar himself is going to overtake what our defense is going to throw at him. So, mark it a win.
All right, marked it. By the way, chat, if you have your predictions, feel free to put them in the chat or in the Discord. Just to give you a heads up. All right, we got Steelers versus at Buffalo.
Yeah, a revenge game from last year where we were supposed to.
That's right.
And we laid an egg right there to start the season. I mean, that was embarrassing. Let's be honest. I don't see that happening here. We have a few weeks prep to actually get ready. And I mean, even though we had a full stadium last year against them, it's going to be the same way this time around. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, who's even going to be starting a quarterback for that team? Who? Mitch Trubisky at best? We know him. He just played on our.
That's probably their best bet, to be completely honest. For now, at least for now,
he is. I don't see a better stat. I mean, that guy they drafted, whoever, he's from some no-name college. No.
Well, to be fair, we do have a quarterback from a no-name college too. I mean, not no-name, but Wyoming. I mean, come on. I mean, but yeah, I get what you're saying. All right, Buffalo. All right, rematch of the greatest game.
This fucking game.
Rematch of the greatest game of this generation. Buffalo at Kansas City.
Yeah, it's going to be really embarrassing for 2 years in a row. The Chiefs are going to get embarrassed at home in Arrowhead during the regular season by the Bills.
All right.
Look, no Tyreek Hill.
Yeah.
That's a huge loss. I think they're downplaying how much of a loss that's going to be for Mahomes. Their defense is still really shady at best. Yeah, Bills got this one probably big too.
All right, bye week. Bills win. Moving on. Green Bay at Buffalo.
Aaron Rodgers has never won against the Bills here in Western New York.
This is true.
And it's going to continue. There's no way that he's going to win. He doesn't have Devontae Adams. He doesn't have Valdez-Scantling. I think he lost another one of his receivers too. So, no, it's Bills all day.
All right. Okay, now the Bills. The Bills at New Jersey.
Yeah, let's just skip this one. We know that.
Okay. Minnesota at Buffalo.
Yeah, so cook on cook.
Cooking it up.
And Daddy Josh against his cousin? No, it's not his cousin.
Grandfather?
There's no way they even share the same blood because Kirk Cousins is a joke. I don't know how he's supposed to start the job in this league, honestly. The dude he's a journeyman. He's a Ryan Fitzpatrick at best.
If I put Patrick, I think it's better.
But honestly, for the Minnesota Vikings, that's all they feel they need because they're going to ride on Cook all season and a few of those acrobatic catches by Jefferson. So it'll be a competitive game. I think it'll be fun to watch, but I don't think it's going to be close. It's in Buffalo in mid-November. It's going to be getting cold. The Vikings play in a dome. It's not going to be very pretty for the Vikings.
All right. The Browns at Highmark.
Yeah, Deshaun Watson is probably going to be playing the game. I know he's supposed to be meeting with the NFL tomorrow, I think. Just all signs point to the Browns playing him all year. If you look at the Las Vegas betting, they still have the Browns big in that division. And I think that's just a big sign that they think that Sean's going to be starting. Because if they thought anyone else was starting on that team, I mean, you're not going to pick the Browns to win that division with Baker Mayfield. It's not going to happen again. So, yeah, they have to come into Buffalo. I think the biggest thing for them is, look, Deshaun Watson, as good as he was, you have to remember that was 2 years ago. The dude hasn't played football in 2 years. I don't care if he was working out the whole time. He hasn't faced a snap with defenders coming at him. He certainly hasn't faced a snap with Von Miller coming down and Gregory Rousseau on the other side.
Jordan
Good luck,
Phillips, Ed Oliver.
Yeah, I mean, and the Browns' offensive line is still shady. So I don't see any way that the Browns stand a chance in Buffalo right now.
All right, moving on. Buffalo at the Lions.
Yeah, I love it. We've now completed the trifecta of Turkey Day games, all 3 time slots. So that's gonna be fun. But this is the best time because we get to finish football in the morning. We'll be making dinner, waiting to eat, getting to watch the game before we eat for a change. And then we can enjoy the rest of the games after we know that Buffalo have already decimated the Lions.
All right. All right. So Buffalo at Gillette, Thursday Night Football.
All right, look. The Patriots were lucky. They depended on some
Mother
kind of
Nature.
witchcraft curse, to make the wind go up to 90 miles an hour, just so that Josh Allen didn't have a chance to throw the ball, and he still almost did. Look, the Patriots are a joke, and at this point, I don't see them finishing better than 3rd in the division this year. There's a chance the Jets finish better than them, and the Patriots finish last this year. If you look at their draft, if you look at their free agency, they were a joke.
Mhm.
They don't know what they're doing anymore.
Mm-mm.
And I think you're going to see their fall from grace a lot quicker than other people think. So, yeah, Bills by 1,000,000.
All right. All right. The New Jersey Jets get to visit their the only New York team, the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah, we skipped it before. We're going to skip that again.
All right. The thawed out Miami Dolphins get frozen up again at Buffalo Bills.
Have fun. Frozen sushi. Josh Allen's still your daddy.
All right. Buffalo at Chicago.
Justin Fields. Come on, man. If we don't, I think at this point, if the line when we get to that game isn't at least by 20 points, I would be surprised. I mean, Justin Fields is. I actually had high hopes for Justin Fields. I thought he was going to really turn around that franchise, but I think because of a combination of coaching and personnel that they have here, I just don't think that they're giving him any shot in hell of being a good quarterback. So, Bills are going to tear him up.
All right.
Present too.
Okay, so I'm just going to point something out really quick. We are 15-0 with the last 2 games being against Cincinnati and New England. So just keep that in mind, y'all. Anyways, moving on. Buffalo at Cincinnati.
This is going to be the toughest game of the entire year, by far. Mainly because Buffalo's got to go to the Bengals and play in the jungle. I mean, if this game was going to be played in Highmark, I would be putting this one in the win column immediately without hesitation. But we do have to go to the jungle. And they could be a little daunting. They've got some ruckus going on in the stands for sure. Are they Bills Mafia? No. Are there as many of them? No. Is there anything to do when you get out of the stadium? Oh, no. But here's the thing.
Oh my God.
If you looked at the Bengals in the postseason, their offensive line was extremely suspect. In fact, I was very surprised that the teams were not able to get to Burrow as often as they did. And they still got to him.
I must say they did. I must say they definitely did.
Yeah. I mean, but we're going to do that even more because, again, I mean, the offense or defensive line for the Bills has got so much going on for it right now. I mean, who on that offensive line is going to stop them? I mean, nobody. So I think you're going to see a low-scoring game in terms of the Bengals, which means at that point, Buffalo's just got to score more. And does the Bengals have a daunting defense? No, they really don't. I think you're going to see the Bengals actually fall down a little bit this year, a little bit. I think people are over-exaggerating. They think that they're going to be much better than they were. 1 year, I mean, you're going to figure out that team and what they're able to do. So Bills are going to win this one.
Okay, now I have a scenario here. Okay, so here's the thing. You are one pick away from picking a perfect season. The first perfect season in the new generation of the schedule, mind you. Okay, so if
Season of the new
of the new, the new 17th season schedule, first undefeated team, possibly. So, in your opinion, okay, so we have probably a very, very immensely meaningless game. Like, there's no point to this game. This game can be replaced by flag football players from like some JV league somewhere in like Nebraska, and it'll probably be more entertaining because of the players that will be playing that game. Does the Bills want to shoot for 17-0, or do they rest their players?
They're going to rest their players. McDermott is not a dumb coach.
Nope.
I honestly think we probably had the division wrapped up for about 3 or 4 weeks at this point.
I think 5 weeks by now.
Yeah, it's possible Thanksgiving or just after we already had the division wrapped up.
Mm-hmm.
But here's the thing: even being smart, even if you sat our backups and you played our practice squad, we're gonna beat the Patriots in Highmark Stadium. Mark it a 0 in the loss column, dude.
All right, we're going undefeated.
Up the champagne over here.
And I'll take it a step further. The Miami Dolphins for years have been loving that moment every season when the perfect team falls apart in the playoffs and they pop open their champagne, a bunch of old farts that they are. Let's be honest, that's all Miami's got anymore these days. It's going to end this year, boys, because Buffalo will go undefeated to win the Super Bowl, and they will finally have a record that will not be broken for the next century.
Wow.
I need this in my life.
The greatest season ever in NFL history.
And I knew I wanted to hear Sean's picks.
Wow. Okay. 17-0. Oh,
I mean,
hot damn.
Now, when that trophy's hanging up in my living room next year, I'll be the one laughing, boys.
Look, I am not okay. I guess because I'm next. I guess I'll shoot my opinions. But wow, okay.
Yeah, if this was to happen, I will happily watch that trophy sit on your mantle. Man,
Jesus.
Yeah, I need some of that in my life.
Oh boy. Okay, so it's my turn. I guess we'll just start off right off the bat. Buffalo at Rams. I'm picking the Buffalo because if they fought the Rams last year in the Super Bowl, we would have won and got out for a Super Bowl. Plain and simple. Anyways, moving on. Tennessee versus Buffalo. Fuck Tennessee. We're winning that game. Point blank. We're going to destroy Henry. This is not going to repeat again. Sorry, Brian. I may think that differently, but that's not going to happen this year. This year, we're going to have Henry all locked down. We have the players to do it, and we're going to do it. Moving on. Buffalo versus Miami. You kidding me, right? Next. Ravens. Okay, this is the only game I'm kind of like, a little bit iffy about. Lamar Jackson is just, everyone that downplays him. He's a fantastic talent. But just like everyone else says, and pretty much everyone, their mother says, you can't rely on just one player. You need the whole entire team. He has no wide receivers, and people just seem to get to him way too often. It's in the beginning of the season compared to the later end of the season. So I think we just have a better roster. We just have better matchups in every category, I would say, especially the defense. So moving on, Buffalo wins that game. Steelers versus Buffalo. You already know what's going to happen. Revenge game, we win that. Kansas City, you're here. Shocker, we win. Next, bye week, we win. Green Bay versus Buffalo. This is the game. This is the game that I worry about. This is the game I worry about.
Hey, Ron.
Because here's the thing. I've watched AA Ron literally go through seasons of him being pissed off. And it's not the prettiest thing. It literally stopped Josh Allen from getting MVP. So if it's anywhere near of that repeating again, I don't like our odds because he, by himself, just like Allen, can destroy a team by himself. But you can't ignore the fact that he lost weapons. He lost his best player. So I'm also picking the Bills playing that one. All right, New Jersey. Whatever. Next. Minnesota. Better. We got the better players and we got a better cook. Next.
That's a hot take.
That is a real hot take.
I'm talking shit at this point. The Browns versus the Bills. Yeah, I'm going with the Bills, that one. You want to talk about trap game? This is our trap game right here.
Stop it.
This is our trap
Stop
game.
it right now.
Look here, okay?
Don't exist.
I'm just saying, this is our trap game. I will pick the Bills, but don't be surprised if it ends up happening. I'm going to be here, sitting here, be like, I told you so.
Like 40 to zip.
Okay? I'm just saying, don't be surprised, because that team is a scrappy little group, and I do like the coach. So, anyway.
Campbell will be crying in the locker room.
Yeah.
He'll be crying in the locker room at halftime.
All right. Oh, boy. A rematch at Gillette. What was the last thing that happened in a Gillette? Oh, that's right. We won. We won again. Okay, New Jersey comes to the only New York team. Guess what? We win. Miami comes to the Frozen Dome. We win. Chicago versus, really? We win. Okay, so, okay, against the Bengals. You know what? We will have beat them last year anyway. We win. Oh, guess what? We win. 17-0. Let's go.
Oh, my
baby.
goodness.
Boom.
What?
Recommend
Make a
Angel
duplicate of that
on the
trophy.
fastest picks ever.
Yep.
Yeah.
I thought about this.
Two of those trophies, baby.
Well, we're gonna have to have you guys pick scores or something for a tiebreaker.
Hold on. I gotta zoom out this thing real quick. Hold on. Eric.
Do like a playoff bracket or something if it happens.
I'm gonna tell myself. Yeah, no, we're going 17-0. Why can't we? Why can't we? Like, literally, name a team and name the matchups, and you're telling me it doesn't fare to us most of the time.
Well, here's the thing. You go through our schedule, you have to really find reasons of why we would lose a game. And when you're coming to that point, I don't know, man. You're hard pressed to not pick them to go undefeated.
Mm-hmm. I see the reasons behind it, but the thing is that the reason why I'm picking this is because if we were the same, then maybe I would still be around maybe around 14 wins or so. But we got better. We got better. We didn't get worse. We got better. We didn't
a lot better,
name our number one loss as far as free agency.
Hughes?
Yeah, Hughes, and that's only in terms of fan factor.
Yeah, and what about the cornerback we used to have?
Beasley's not a loss because here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
He got 0 yards after the catch last year. He was terrible for that. And we picked up Jamison Crowder, who's got a lot of speed, and he torched the Bills when we played them. He was the only shining light on that team, and now he plays for us. I think he's going to make an embarrassment out of what Cole Beasley did.
Mm-hmm.
Levi Wallace.
That would literally be the biggest free agency loss we had. And other than that, okay, now let's name our competition. Kansas City. Tyreek fucking Hill. Are you kidding me? Why did we lose both times? Because of Tyreek Hill. What was the last thing we saw in both the games we lost? Piecing us out. It's him. It's literally him. And the combination of him and Mahomes. Well, guess what? That combination is not the thing anymore. And he's in Miami, which actually makes it worse for him. Because he's not going to get better. I can tell you that. So
the chat has a pretty good tiebreaker for you guys. He's saying to pick the over-under on the Kansas City game.
Okay.
Well, after Eric's picks, we'll put that in.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a good tiebreaker. And yes, Becky, Travis Kelce is still very relevant in
Yes.
Kansas City.
He is very relevant. Yes, this
Oh,
is
yeah.
true. So that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, pick the games that we would lose, and the opponents that we will lose to, and think about the matchups. Tennessee, they got worse. Kansas City, they got worse. Green Bay, they got worse. I mean, I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
I mean,
I'm just
really,
saying.
across our schedule, almost everybody got worse,
Mhm.
with the exception of maybe the Dolphins and
The
maybe
Jets.
that's about it. Yeah,
And-
Jets probably got. They had a good offseason.
Yeah, they got no. They get. You're right. They definitely gotten better. So the games won't be as
But
a
the good
blowout.
teams.
But the good teams. We're talking about the good teams. We're not paying. Look, let's be completely honest here. We're not paying attention to the division. The division is a bunch of get good. All right, seriously, get good. I'm not. No. The thing is,
But
no.
But Mac Jones.
Who?
But Zach Wilson.
Who?
But Tua Tagovailoa.
By the time I say his name, he already lost the game.
Tua turned the ball over.
Yeah, there we go. So look, it will honestly take some freak shit to happen for us to not be able to do 17-0. Honestly, if we have a healthy team, which we typically are for the most part, obviously bearing again, I am picking them to go 17-0 with our best cornerback not even playing the first 6 games.
Yep.
Well,
imagine after hat. I mean, come on now.
Before we get to the reigning defending champions,
the reigning defending undisputed Nickel City Hot Takes champion of the world. Okay, you go ahead.
like over under for the Kansas City Buffalo game. What are you guys thinking on that?
I'm thinking Buffalo
points scored over under combined.
Combined, I still think it's gonna be a high scoring game. Not nearly as high scoring as say the best football game of all time, but I would say it would be around 57 points.
All right.
That is high scoring right there.
It is. But I mean, I'm not going to knock the fact that it is still Kansas City. They still score points. That's just the thing you can't stop against that. See, the thing is about the Kansas City game is that screw defense. Defense are not going to do a damn thing about it. They're not. It's just this game is the epitome of a next generation football game. Sorry, defense. Yeah. It was a nice try, but you're not stopping Pat Mahomes and you're not stopping Josh Allen. They're going to score points and they're going to do whatever. You just can't. So
Angel's saying 57 combined. All right.
I think he's close on that one. I think he's close to where the score can actually get to. I think realistically, I'm going to put it probably about 10 points lower, around 47.
Okay.
All right, so that's good.
Sean's at 47, and that's our tiebreaker, thanks to the chat.
Okay.
So if the Bills go undefeated, we go back to this KC game to see who's closer.
Actually, let me do something. Let me do a quick edit.
Right.
Okay, so let me edit the message real quick. So
I've got that saved in the notes too. So, without further ado, I want to hear the reigning defending champ. See if he can repeat.
All right, you finally came to the reason here why you guys witnessed this episode today. First off, I want to say I had to walk away for a second there because I couldn't believe I just heard 2 17-0s. My nephew actually was more reasonable and picked a reasonable, record for a change
He was
instead of
just
going
scared.
17-0.
That's why.
because I think I would have had to stop witnessing this episode if I heard 3 17-0s from you guys. Hey, if it happens, hell, I don't know. Maybe I'll have to think of something to do out of the extreme if we really do go 17-0. I don't think logically we will, and we can get to the picks because you'll be booing me somewhat, and you might be reason with me some. But here we go.
We need the
Starting
chat to
week
figure out
1.
what Eric has to do if we go 17-0.
Yeah, something has to
Okay,
happen.
we need to do something if that happens. Yes.
Help us out, chat.
All right, help us out, chat. But here we go. Starting week 1.
Mm-hmm.
We start with a loss to Tennessee, or to the LA Rams. Actually.
Okay.
He doesn't even know who we play anymore.
Shut up. I already was going to. Anyway, week 1. Here's the reason why. Yes, they did lose a couple key pieces. They lost Robert Woods, 30 years old. They gained Allen Robinson, 28. He needed to get out of Chicago. Not a bad addition by subtraction right there. You got Bobby Wagner from Seattle. Needed to get out of there. He can still do what Ravon Miller does in Buffalo. It's going to be back and forth. It's a pretty even game. Yes, I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be a 1-point game, but I think the Rams. We got to go with the champs against us on opening day.
I agree with you there. Honestly, honestly, that was the game that I was like in the middle. I was like inching right in the middle, but I was leaning more towards. Honestly, this was the game that I was going to circle. That this was going to be the loss. I wouldn't be surprised if we do lose, to be honest.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Week 2, Tennessee and the Bills. I liked Brian's logic in that on what it was, but I'm gonna go with the same speech that Sean had said. It's in Buffalo this time. It's not in Tennessee. So I have a win with the Bills on this one, and quite frankly, I mean, I don't think Tennessee has the right. Yes, they have Derrick Henry, and this guy's got so much mileage on him. He's only gonna deteriorate. We have problem child or doesn't know what to do with himself at quarterback Tannehill because he's hurt by his early exit out of the playoffs. They lost I don't get the AJ Brown, but with all the movement of all the receivers this year, it's not a surprise, I guess. But they lost more than they gained, so that's a loss or a win for the Bills, but a loss for Tennessee.
Got it.
Week 3. I might have to leave this chat after this one.
Oh no!
I have actually in Miami. I have them splitting with us this year, and I have Miami winning this game.
Whew.
Oh,
wow!
Here's the reasoning. We just had 2 primetime games in a row. We're gonna come off the high of finally getting over that hump of beating Tennessee to Miami team in the probably 95-degree weather, and for some reason when we go down south we seem to struggle with some of the southern teams. So I have, unfortunately, as much as it's a bad taste in my mouth, I have Miami winning.
I hope you're wrong, because I'm going to be at that game and I'm going to be 3 sheets to the wind at that point. And if we lose, I'm going to have to fight some Miami people. I mean, I'm going to be in the news for
I hope you are.
Florida,
I
man.
can see I hope you're like the Toronto Maple Leafs fans that fight their own fans because obviously they can't win a playoff game in the first round.
Hey, Aaron almost fought Toronto last night at the Bandits game, actually.
Yep. Oh man.
I'm so glad you brought that up. I hate.
We'll get that on a sidebar in a few minutes here.
Yeah.
We're trying to catch up to Angel's streak of trying to name these off for us. Otherwise, we'll be here all night.
True.
Where we go next? We go to Baltimore?
Yep.
All right, I wrote down for Baltimore, we're going to beat them. But I think with them being last in the division last year, and they were only last at 8-9, they tied with who did they tie with in that division? Was it Cleveland at 8-9?
Cleveland, yeah.
Steelers? Okay, sorry, the Steelers, yeah.
Oh no, the Steelers had a winning season. That's right, they did.
Yeah, so it was actually Cleveland that was 8-9. So I actually have Baltimore winning that division actually, and I have actually Cincinnati faltering. So Angel, this one is a Bills win.
Okay.
But I did make a note there saying Baltimore is going to actually make the playoffs in that division.
I agree.
Next one, revenge game.
Mm-hmm.
Bills. I don't have much to say about Pittsburgh. I don't care for them. Mitch Trubisky. You might even see Kenny Pickett by that time. As much as the head coach is really good and he always seems to have winning seasons, I think we get over the hump again. This is like that Tennessee game where we'll beat them. It's at home. That's a win for the Bills. All right. Now we go to the Kansas City and the Bills game. In Arrowhead. Here's my note on this one, and then you're going to be sour about this one.
God, my damn it.
Kansas City wins this.
Oh my God.
Here's my big and asterisks and everything. Kansas City does not make the playoffs, though. In that division, they're going to be the fourth seed in that division. They beat the Bills in the regular season to get over the hump of finally beating the Bills in the regular season. They own us in the playoffs right now with the last consecutive years. They've been 5 consecutive years winning that division. They're not winning that division this year. They beat the Bills here, but they don't make the playoffs.
Yeah, I think they'll miss as well.
Wow.
Then we get a Y. Then we get a bye.
We win.
We go to Green Bay Bills. This one's a tough one.
Yep.
Because
What?
I don't want to bet against Aaron Rodgers. Yes, they lost my favorite receiver, Devontae Adams. Can't stand him being with the Raiders now. He might as well just get it, speed his car 100 miles per hour and get arrested because that's what the Raiders are known for. I don't know. I still think Green Bay's gonna assign a receiver to go with. I don't know why they even signed Sammy Watkins, but they have Allen Robinson. They drafted a couple guys. I don't know. This is gonna be a dogfight, but I say I'll give the Bills the edge here a little bit, even though I don't like betting against Aaron Rodgers, and I don't know how he's still on that team after they screwed him over. So many
Yeah, I
times.
have no idea how he's still on the team.
So that's a Bills win. Jets we can skip. I am not even picking the Jets for my mother, so these are go down to the other one versus the Jets. Might as well put Bills right there already.
Okay. Wow. The disrespect.
I love it. I absolutely love it.
Did I lose, guys?
Kind of. Bring it up a little bit. Oh. Oh, no. I think Discord's a bunch of the Jets fans.
Even the system didn't like his picks up to this point.
No, they didn't. They cut him off.
Losing in Miami.
Get out of here.
And they literally booted him.
They literally kicked him out.
Discord said, we ain't having none of that talking here. That is considered offensive behavior.
Well, while we're waiting on while waiting for him to come back, so I guess we could talk about other Buffalo stuff.
What I want to talk about. Go ahead.
Well, I want to actually talk about the Amerks. Did you see that? Did you see that overtime win? Oh my!
Yeah.
Holy crap! And I saw Krebs there. Man, I never seen that kid so freaking happy to be. Oh man, I just love the future. I love our future. It's great. I'm loving it. They only need tomorrow is they win the game. They win the series. So that's gonna be exciting. Rooting for Rochester. Let's go, Rochester.
And Merckx. And I think we got Uncle Eric back. Am I right?
Hear me now?
Yes.
Maybe.
Possibly. Now we can.
There he is.
And you're gone again.
Yeah, it's gone.
You might want to change your Miami pick because
Yeah, you know.
I think that's what's doing it.
Eric picks off Brett in the screen right now so far. As you can see, he disrespectfully chose the Jets way earlier than he was supposed to, but you know. But yeah, so I'm very happy with the Amerks and
Krebs is looking awesome.
Yeah, I'm happy.
Yeah, the only guy that I mean, there's 2 guys on that team that I can't stand. Angel knows one of them.
Mm-hmm.
I have never been able to tolerate Zemgus Girgensons. I think he's lazy. I think he's only good for defense, and even that's sketchy. I hate him like I hate Dawson Knox, if that paints a picture for you.
Oh, boo.
Boo.
Yeah, guys?
Yes,
Now we can hear you.
Okay. All right. Sorry about that. I don't know what the heck happened.
I know what
I think it
happened.
was. 'Cause I think it was because I said the Jets are gonna lose both games. So
No, it's because you picked Miami. But...
All right, so you got Minnesota versus Buffalo.
okay, so Minnesota versus Buffalo. We're two good teams. I don't like Cousins, but the next game we'll talk about. I hate that quarterback that's still on that roster right now. Sean, you know who I'm talking about. Hit him with the passion. But anyway, we got a Bills win against Minnesota.
All righty.
All right. I am not picking Cleveland. I will not pick Cleveland.
Got
I
it.
will not see them here or there. I will not see them anywhere. So yeah, Bills win.
All right.
Angel, I like your thoughts on Detroit. They play really well on Thanksgiving, or they either get blown out.
Mhm.
They're not going to beat the Bills on Thanksgiving. Bills are going to be 3-0 in the last 3 attempts at Thanksgiving games.
More
They're gonna
turkey.
hit
This is gonna be
12:30,
4.
4:30, and 8:20. What?
This is gonna be 4-0.
No, I think it's 3-0.
Oh, 4-0?
No, it's the
Well,
Cowboys.
yeah,
It was the
That's
Cow.
what it
Yeah.
will be.
What it?
It'll be 4-0. Okay, either way, we're gonna win on Thanksgiving.
Oh! I got a bonus question for you, real quick.
Yeah.
Who's getting the turkey leg?
Diggs.
Diggs getting the
Diggs.
turkey leg. Okay, cool. All right.
He'll have 3 touchdowns in that game.
All right. Okay.
Oh, wow. All right.
Like
He'll
that.
have a trifecta in that game.
Wait. He's picking
All
big
right,
fantasy.
Yeah, we can skip the next one because it's gonna be the Bills. I don't have nothing good to say about New England, so
Mac
Yeah.
Jones.
Moving on to the Dolphins.
the Bills get that one. So we
Oh,
already
thanks.
talked about that. They're gonna split.
Oh, you're so generous.
She's so generous. Wow.
I have nothing good to say about Chicago either. I don't like Justin Fields. They lost Allen Robinson. They don't even have whoever. I can't even name 5 Chicago Bears, quite frankly, right now. And I will not draft any Chicago Bears in fantasy football. Bills. Okay. This game here's my take on this one. Bills win.
All right.
Cincinnati goes from 1st to 4th.
Whoa.
I think they're not as good as they are. They got hot last year
Yep.
and ran into the playoffs as a hot team and made it to the Super Bowl. I don't think they're as good as everyone makes it. Their offensive line is actually suspect, as we had previously talked about. I think they're gonna do a 180, and where the Ravens are gonna take over that division. They're gonna be the 4th team in that division.
Fourth
That's
team.
my
The
take on that.
worst.
Even lower than the Pittsburgh.
Steelers in Cleveland. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
As much as I hate
That's
Cleveland,
bold.
That is very
that's
bold.
bold in my view.
That's a hot take.
take.
I have 2 things really circled here, guys. I have the North and the West. It's going to be a bloodbath. It could be any team in that division could win those two. Those. I have the South and the East. Basically, the Bills, and I like the Colts over, and I think Tennessee's fallen. So those are my 2 easy picks to pick those 2 divisions. The North and the West can go anywhere. Anyway, Bills, last one. I don't care for anything. Bills.
Okay, so we got Eric at 14-3.
Oh man, now we need a tiebreaker.
Yep.
All right.
All right, so the tiebreaker. What game did? Oh, well, you have the Rams winning, and he has them losing. What game? You both. Well, you also have them winning against Kansas City. You have them losing. Okay. What's a good tiebreaker we can do? All right.
How many times do we sack Tua between the 2 meetings?
Ooh.
That or
Over, under.
between Davis and Diggs, who has the most yards?
This year?
Yes,
That's not fair.
No, that's really fair, actually.
it is because they're going to be neck and neck now. I think.
Pull
Coming
up
of age year for Gabe.
Oh, what is the difference in last year's stats? I'm curious.
Well, remember, Davis was also a late bloomer last year, so keep that in mind.
Well, they didn't
I think he
play
was
him
in-
very often. Yeah.
Yeah, he was an early bloomer. Then he kind of dozed off and then got hot again at the end.
I don't know. I think after his performance in that Kansas City game, I
Yeah,
don't see any reason why he is not showing up and starring in that second receiver role.
for sure. Yeah, I don't doubt that at all. I just don't think anybody's coming close to Diggs' numbers in yards.
All right, so last season, last season he had 549, 35 catches for 63 attempts, 6 touchdowns. Yeah, for 549, but the postseason he had 242, 13 targets, 10 receptions for 5 touchdowns. Holy crap. Holy shit.
Oh, lest we forget that.
Holy crap, I forgot about that.
He is a
Holy
playoff
crap.
monster.
Oh, sorry.
He's evil, pure evil.
That's disgusting.
Everyone's worried about Diggs, and Gabe Davis is over there. Oh, don't mind me, just catching another touchdown. No big deal.
Holy shit.
Feeling cute.
Oh my
Yep.
god. All right, so with postseason, yeah. So wow, So yeah,
I'm gonna say no to that one just because I think Uncle Eric and I both think that nobody's coming close to Diggs' numbers.
okay. We gotta come up with a tiebreaker. How about running back Cooks over Singletary?
Ooh, who has more? Yeah, who has more rushing yards by the end of the year?
That's a tough one because we haven't seen Cook in the NFL yet.
Honestly, I have a feeling that most of Cook's yards are going to come off
Catching.
the catch.
Mhm.
Whereas Singletary is still going to star in that back role.
Okay. I got an easy one. Over under 1,100 yards. Diggs. Or pick the yardage, and we'll go off of that. How about that?
How about over under on punts for the entire year?
Ooh,
Oh, that's a good one.
Who's punting? Which one? Is the punt god punting?
Oh,
or
it's
are we gonna-
definitely going to be punt god, bro.
Because if
Punt
the
god
punt
will
god's
win this
punting,
job.
I'm thinking we're gonna have just some punch just for spite to see what he does.
yeah, I think you're right. I want to see a 90-yard punt.
Oh, I can't wait
Oh,
for
it's gonna
that.
be the next. What's the punter for the Rams that always does the fakes?
Johnny Hecker.
Mm.
He's gonna be like Johnny Hector and have some gadget plays up his sleeve or something.
All right, we need a tiebreaker. What we're getting here? What are we doing?
The chat says the over/under in Miami.
Over under as in like points scored, or
You know what? Why don't we do the over/under in the game? Uncle Eric said that the Dolphins were going to win.
Yeah, in Miami. I
Yeah,
like that.
we
Okay.
good with that?
That's fine.
All right.
What do
I
you
guess
like?
I'll go first since you're the defending champ.
Alright,
I've got the Bills winning that game, and I've got them winning it big. I'm gonna say it's gonna be like 34 to 13. So what's that? 47. I'll say 47.
All right, I got. Am I still there?
yeah,
Yeah.
Someone new mentions. Hold on, what's this?
that was me.
Sorry.
You're good.
I said the score of the first thing that popped in my head was Miami's won 27 to 24. So I have 51. Well, if we're
Okay.
going over and I'm saying it's gonna be. So what's the over and under we're starting at? Is it 40 something or? We're doing like 44 is the over and under. I'll say over then 44, but I don't know. How do you want to do it?
Yeah, I think we were just like what they did in their over/under pick. I think they were just seeing who gets closer to what the actual score is going to be.
Okay, I got 27-24.
Okay, so what's that? 50, 51?
51, yes.
All right, so he's got 51. I've got 47.
All right. Okay. So we got 2 ties. 14-3, Brian. 14-3, Eric. 17-0 me. 17-0 I forgot your name. Sorry.
Sean.
Sean. There you go. Sorry. Yeah, Sean. You got Crusader there. That's what I was like. I was about to say Crusader, but yeah. Yeah, that's we got the middle ground and we got the overly optimistic. I don't think I'm overly optimistic though. Just saying.
I couldn't hope more that you and Sean are both correct.
Okay, so now we also remember let's before we end up forgetting, Eric has to do something if we go 17-0. So I think personally, Eric should wear a Tom Brady half jersey, half and half jersey. So half Tampa Bay, half New England.
Oh man, I thought you meant like a crop top Tom Brady.
No, actually, I'm bad either. No, I meant like those jerseys you see where it's like cut in half, where it's like half and half. Yeah.
Read the chat.
17-year-old tattoo on his butt.
Oh, I'm not getting attacked too. I will never get. I don't like needles. Sorry. It's not happening.
Oh, no tattoos.
Sorry.
Well, we gotta think of something because
So we got the crop top. I do like the crop top idea.
That'd be brilliant.
Baker Mayfield jersey? No.
You hear that reaction? That might be a good one.
That might be a good one there.
Eric loves Baker. He likes his commercials even more.
Oh my god!
I told Sean if the Bills sign him, I will never be a Bills fan again if he comes to Buffalo. So
we don't have to worry about that. We don't have to worry about that.
All right, good.
Well, sources close to the team say that he's interested in Buffalo. However, the Bills they've gracefully declined.
Gracefully? Is that the term?
It's one of the smartest things the Bills have done.
I'm pretty sure Baker could want to go to Detroit at this point, and they'd be like, "Nah, we're good, bro.
Nah, we're good."
Yeah. Well, we'll take Jared Goff.
We think Jared Goff has some upside.
Is Tim Couch still alive? Oh god.
Oh, so we've got a crop top Tom Brady split jersey, Tampa and New England, and we've got Baker Mayfield.
17-0. It's I mean, to be honest, I don't think
if that happens, I'll do both. I'll wear both of them.
You've heard it here first. There it is.
There you go.
Oh my god. Okay, so we got that. We got that on record now. It's here. It's on YouTube forever now.
And you have to wear it the next year's fantasy draft too.
Sounds good.
I love it. For the record, there's nothing that's ever going to get me to wear a Dawson Knox jersey. So,
even if he wins the game-winning touchdown in the Super Bowl.
Oh God.
Yeah, Brian. Yeah, Brian. Yeah, Brian. Yeah, Brian. Come on. Go ahead. Say you won't. Say you won't.
So, all right. I said this in the last episode that our edition of OJ Howard is going to render Dawson Knox completely irrelevant, and I could not believe that anymore.
I couldn't believe it either.
Any more than I do.
I can't believe that you would believe that.
Oh, I believe it.
I don't know the last time. I mean, come on.
Hey, OJ's gonna kill.
Kill his career, maybe.
Oh no.
OJ, that's my hot take for the season. OJ Howard will make Dawson Knox irrelevant. But to answer your
you know what OJ Howard's gonna do? He's gonna poop in a Dawson Knox bed like Amber Heard.
However he does it, he's gonna make him irrelevant. But to answer your question, if for some divine intervention miracle, Dawson Knox somehow learns how to catch and catches the game-winning touchdown in the Super Bowl, yes, only in that scenario will I wear a Dawson Knox jersey.
Learns how to
Alright,
catch.
alright.
He was probably the best tight end in all of the NFL last season.
Oh my.
Wait, what
Facts.
are you watching, Sean?
Facts. Straight up facts.
Best tight end in the NFL. I could name 5 rapid fire off the top of my head that are better than him. I keep thinking back to some of these.
Brian.
Yeah, I think you're right. And I keep thinking back to some of these catches that he made that were just like lobs or shovel passes. I'm like, anybody could be in the end zone as wide open as he was catching those balls. Like, yeah, there's 1 or 2 really good catches. I'll give him that, but they're few and far in between.
I don't know. You must have been missing the ones where he's in the end zone with 3 guys on him,
Mm-hmm.
and it's needle right into his chest, and there's no way anyone else catches that ball.
You said it perfectly. It's right into his chest. It's his job. He's got to catch them. When it's his hands, that's a different story.
Stop watching Necessary Roughness where he throws the ball right at the guy's chest and catches it. You're thinking of the wrong team.
No, you're thinking about OBJ taking something else in his chest.
He's not on Cleveland anymore. He's not taking those Cleveland Steamers.
Oh
I'm pretty sure
God.
he's getting steamed wherever he goes.
Just for shits and giggles, what do you think NFC is looking like? Who's going to be on top?
NFC?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Let's see what I got here. Hold on.
I'm curious.
Hold on, let me do a fast thing real fast.
NFC
There's
is terrible right now.
Yeah, there's one team I was watching in the draft that I don't know what you guys think, but I feel like they had a pretty good draft / free agency is the Eagles.
That's what I was going to say, yeah. Well, didn't they
I feel
just
like
trade? Didn't they just trade? What's his face? After they acquired
They
him,
got AJ Brown.
but didn't they just trade him again? He's in the Cardinals now. Yeah, I thought I saw he got traded again.
Oh, no, he's still there.
He's not leaving.
Why would they trade picks just to get him and then trade him away?
No,
oh, it was Marquise Brown. Marquise Brown got traded.
Yeah, Hollywood Brown.
Yeah, you're thinking Hollywood Brown.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, I got confused.
No, I feel like the Eagles are going to run away with the NFC East. And if Hurts can play good enough, they'll be a dangerous team in the playoffs.
Honestly, I had Hurts last year in fantasy football because I really saw the potential he has. And I think he just wasn't able to live up to it again because of the personnel that team had. With the addition of A.J. Brown, and they made some moves for the offensive line last year, I think he's going to be able to get the space he needs to really get those extra yards, throw some good touchdowns. I think he's going to have a great year and possibly comeback player of the year.
Okay, so
I could see that.
So Diggs had 1,225 yards last year. Okay, yeah, it's Diggs.
Yeah, I'm just saying nobody's getting anywhere near Diggs on the Bills roster.
No.
As good as Davis is going to be. Yeah, go ahead.
NFC East, I have the Eagles winning. Cowboys, Giants, Washington. The Giants are going to be very improved. I loved what they did in the draft.
Yeah, they did really good.
With having high picks like that, they're not the Jets and can't screw it up, but they actually had good ones. Washington will be good. I like their receiving core. They're nice and young. They don't have a quarterback really to throw through. They keep getting statues at quarterback to play there, and either they tear their fibia or whatever the hell that bone they tear, or they just can't play. They might as well have just kept Ryan Fitzpatrick. At least he got him more wins. The North, still have the Packers winning, I guess, by default because it seems like every year they do. Even though the Vikings will be right there. I got the Lions jumping the Bears because I just can't stand the Bears. I don't think they're doing anything. I think they'll be the basement dwellers this year.
I agree.
The South, I have the Bucks, and then everyone else can go 6 feet under because I don't think they're going to do anything. Panthers are a joke. Falcons are a joke. Saints could be a surprise. I mean, they're getting back receiver there, not Colston. That was like 10 years ago. Who's the one they had who didn't play last year?
Jameis?
Um,
Oh, he did play.
No, the wide receiver.
Oh,
Man,
whoever he
I
was,
know. Yeah,
he'll be back. So I mean, as long as if Winston still can play, as much as he throws interceptions and that, as long as he stays healthy, he'll get him some wins. But yeah, the Bucks is winning that division, and then the West. Flip a coin except for the Saints because anyone could win out of those three teams. But the Cardinals are the enigma because I don't like what Kyle Murray's doing. And I don't think he's gonna stay healthy, quite frankly, and he'll just be annoying the whole year. So it'll be
yeah.
the Rams or the Niners, and I like the Niners actually winning.
Wow.
Oh, that's yeah.
I mean, they are a very
I see the
complete team,
Niners
though.
winning the
Too.
Patriots.
Yeah, I was even gonna say that too, Sean. I could definitely see the Niners in the basement. Personally, I don't like Jimmy Garoppolo. I don't think he's good at all.
Well, he's not even going to be starting. I mean, they're going with Trey Lance, and so far, from what I've heard, he's been looking very underwhelming during all their.
Right.
But as much as Debo wanted to be traded, I'm singing with me, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa, whoa. As Berman always says with Debo Samuels, I mean, until that guy either breaks a leg or anything, they still have weapons there. Even if with Garoppolo as a quarterback, even if Lance, I still think they're gonna leapfrog the Rams this year and they'll be in the playoffs again.
Yeah,
That's my story and I'm sticking to it.
that West is going to be a tough one.
Wild, Wild West.
Yeah.
West v1.
I guess what Angel's trying to ask is who's playing the Bills in the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
Seahawks.
Okay.
Geno Smith, is that their quarterback?
He will be by that.
No, they got Locke right now, but he'll get
That's
get
right.
leapfrogged by Geno Smith.
Oh, Drew Lock.
Realistically, with the Bills playing in the Super Bowl, you know what I would like to see because neither one of these teams have. Wait, no, they actually did. Sorry, I forgot the Eagles did win it. I would like to see the Vikings. That would be interesting because neither of those two teams have won a Super Bowl yet.
I was just gonna say I actually coming out of the NFC.
All right, so I do have one lasting question here, and this is a serious one. If the Bills win the Super Bowl, why would it happen? What would be your explanation why it happened? So, like, basically, we stood healthy, or Josh Allen has another crazy year, or Cook emerges to be one of the best running backs. Something. Your explanation of why we made it and why we won.
Okay.
2 words. Brandon Beane.
Okay.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Man's
Brandon.
a magician.
He is.
Yeah.
He is. And do you think this is do you think what?
I'll go with what you first said. We got to stay healthy. That's the big thing. Not to make Josh Allen run too much because the one hit could cause him, and then we downgrade at quarterback, even though we have Barkley off of surfing on in California there. But no, I mean we really have to stay healthy. The defense doesn't have to play lights out. I mean they can be the bend break. The offense doesn't take a step back. And if that's the case and we can do those three things, well, no one's going to beat us, really. I mean, the problem that I see right now is we don't have Trey White right now. I mean, the other cornerback, we got some good safeties in that. The cornerbacks are going to be questionable in that first half of the season with those teams that we're playing. Without Trey White, that's going to be the make or break of it. But if we could, outscore people. If we just come out blazing guns and go and scoring 45 points a game, then I'm just like, okay, then it doesn't matter what our defense does. But I think these are going to be a lot of close games, and what's going to have to happen is those other pieces of our defense get hurt. Von Miller, a great addition. if he gets hurt, we lost Jerry Hughes. That was a nice pass rusher that we had that did get to the quarterback for us. I mean, so we can't get to that second or third depth of our team. Otherwise, it's going to be a long season. And Josh Allen has to stay healthy, or it's going to be that I don't have nothing to say after that, because if he doesn't stay healthy and we have to worry about our second and third quarterbacks, I don't think we might be a 500 team.
Well,
It's a
here's the
big
thing.
drop. It's a big
Buffalo has
drop if Josh
been
Allen gets hurt.
Buffalo's been one of the healthiest teams in the league for the
That's what I'm scared about. Yeah.
aid here, and like some people are like, "Oh, it's just luck; it'll come." I think it is. The training
Conditioning,
facility
yeah.
that they built here is player facility in the entire league. So I don't think staying healthy is a question. But as for what's going to be the difference, what's going to win us that Super Bowl, we brought it up earlier. Gabe Davis, the man is a monster in playoffs. 5 touchdowns in 2 games. Well, put 2 more games onto that. The man will have like 10 to 15 touchdowns in the postseason, and he'll be the first one to hold that Lombardi trophy.
I gotta cut you off there, Sean, for a second.
Mm.
Play devil's advocate one more time. Kansas City's cornerbacks were terrible. They have no second or third cornerback that can cover any receiver. So, granted, I give Gabe Davis props. He's not gonna have the same year he had last year. Let's get to reality. He was playing against guys that were gonna be packing groceries this year for Kansas City. You know, the Honey Badger, they made him look bad. Ward or whoever that clown was that they had. Name me another cornerback from Kansas City. You can't, because they're all terrible. So, hell, I could have caught passes from there. Hell, I think my father,
that's the
85
new
years
NFL,
old,
though.
my father could have caught 5 touchdowns against that Kansas City cornerbacks. But anyway,
that's the new NFL, though, baby. I mean, it's all about scoring. And honestly, you look anywhere in the AFC, who else has got a secondary like that that really scares you at this point for our kind of receivers? None of them. I mean, it's all about who can score more at this point. So, and you even said it too. It doesn't matter about defense. If you're scoring 45 points a game, which we've pretty much been doing the last 2 seasons now, I don't see defense being a legitimate reason that really any team, not even just the Bills, but any team loses a game.
But let's go one more thing real fast, and everyone can jump in on this. How do you beat a high scoring team? Keep them off the field. Run. We always talk about this. Are we gonna stop the run this year? Are we gonna stop the run? Because that's usually our Achilles heel. Is, can we stop the run? So you're playing teams like Tennessee. I don't know what Miami's running attack's gonna look like anyway.
We took their running attack. Yeah. We have it in our team.
So what about Baltimore? Baltimore's getting back J.K. Dobbins. They got Lamar Jackson. I mean, they're gonna run the ball a lot. Kansas City's gonna try to find that formula to run the ball against us. So that's what's gonna show it. If we can stop run, then we'll be fine. But if we are not getting off the field and they're getting long drives on us, that's what's gonna hurt us, because now we're not getting that offense.
Has definitely been suspect over the last couple of years. I agree that hopefully the additions that they made have helped to really shore up that run defense, because that's been a real problem.
2 words: Jordan Phillips. Our run defense last time we had Jordan Phillips on that D line was excellent.
Yeah, we stopped. It was against Henry. We stopped him. He only had like, I think, an average of like 2.4 yards the last game. The last game that kicked our ass was because of their wide receivers.
Yeah. I don't think like a Henry is much of a problem for the Bills. We have that figured out, mainly because they're more one-dimensional. But like when you have the Colts just absolutely made it up. They were able to get early, and then they just kept that ball in the ground, and type of running that we really need to be afraid of those shifty little guys.
Yep, absolutely. And like I said, Brandon Beane too. Like all you kept seeing was additions on the defense, like in free agency. And it all started with Von Miller, and then it just a snowball effect, and we just kept adding to defense. And he had a vision. Like, if we're able to point out that, our Achilles heel is the running attack, these guys get paid for this,
Well, they know.
They definitely know. But yeah, it's a heck of a good point talking about, the running attacks that we're going to be going against. And we haven't even brought up Aaron Jones either with Green Bay too. Yeah, it's definitely something that we're going to have to do if we're going to make it that far. Stop the run, show that we can stop the run, and it's going to be a good test right at the beginning of the season.
Yes, man.
Yep. So, Angel, you didn't give us an answer.
The one thing that will give us the reason why we go and win Super Bowl, and it's Joshy boy, Daddy Joshy boy, Josh Allen. Josh Allen is going to have. I don't see any other reason why. I mean, it's him. It's why we stood in games. There's a reason why we were in overtime. It's why we came back against Tampa Bay. It's the reason why we went in overtime against Kansas City. He's the reason why. And I think with the defense where it is now, or where it's going to be with this season, and if he just continues, he does a fraction of what he does last season. Well, not even a fraction. If he just does what he did last season, there's no reason why we shouldn't win the Super Bowl. There's no reason at all. Zero.
Yeah.
Zero.
With all the upgrades that we have, yeah.
I can't see a way, because the thing is that just like Belichick and just like most of the teams, they look at Allen and be like, "What the fuck am I supposed to do against him?" We do blitz, he runs away. We cover close, he throws it deep. What are we gonna do?
We were just talking about it on the last episode too, and a little bit on this one. When you got your number one receiver, Stephon Diggs, on one side, and you got a solidified number two in Gabe Davis on the other side. Okay, let's just picture we've got Isaiah McKenzie in the slot. We've got Jamison Crowder in the other slot. Mm-hmm. We've got James Cook who can catch the ball. I mean, what are you doing against that?
And that's not even counting what I still think the fifth round pick is going to make it.
We haven't even talked about tight ends yet.
Yeah.
We haven't even talked about the MVP OJ Howard yet. So
I'm just saying, it's like, you think of the roster we have and that lineup you just listed. Who's stopping that? Who?
Josh Allen at quarterback? Nobody.
Yeah, who's stopping that? You got speed, you got skill, you got size.
All that right there is exactly why Vegas has us as the best odds to win the Super Bowl.
And then you got Allen. Like, what do you do? What do you do? What do you do? Honestly, I want someone to give me a legit thing. Like, that's why I think that's legit why I have him 17. What team is going to do something about that? Who's going to stop them from scoring? Who?
Yeah, it's scary.
I got a question.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's play a game. So even though you clowns have going 17-0, and me and Brian actually are a little more down to earth here. Name one of the games on the schedule. I think some of you guys have addressed it, but what is the trap game? What's the one?
Lions.
I think was it Angel? You said about maybe the Lions.
I said Lions.
But what game do you think where the Bills should win, but for some reason we come in, we next Monday morning or Monday afternoon or Tuesday morning, we come and say, how the hell did we lose that game? What game, if you had to pick one, I know you guys you're going 17-0, but if you had to pick one realistically, which one do we lose?
Realistically,
yeah,
I'd say Baltimore.
Yeah, actually, I'm in the same boat right there. Because they're the only team that they haven't had. Who knows how Lamar Jackson comes back? We don't know, and we're only gonna have like three games to figure out what he has up his sleeve, that's not a lot. It's not a lot of tape on what he could do. He may refine himself in ways that we don't know. He might pull up a Josh Allen and literally just emerge out of nowhere again. It literally can happen in less than a season. We can see it happen. It's happened before. We've seen their quarterbacks literally emerge out of nowhere, and it happened. That it's just how
he could emerge, but pull a Josh Allen.
Yeah, and just pop out of nowhere and be really good. That's very possible.
Don't put anybody on his level, all right?
I'm just saying.
Put Lamar on a Josh Allen level when Lamar was already considered MVP. Hell, he did win MVP once.
Yeah.
So this would be he came up, he lost his game, and he got it back. If anything, I think it's a trap game. Well, it could be a trap game because of the fact that Lamar is probably going to have a season a lot like he did last year. Like I said, they ride on him heavily. Early in the season, they looked great, but then they fell off the face of the earth because he got injured and he was just he couldn't keep up that load carrying the team on his shoulders. And week 4, yeah, that's not too far in the season. I could see them still having a lot in the tank to really give us a run for our money. So if there's a game I'd be worried about, I think that's the one.
All right.
Ryan, you gonna say the Jets?
Yeah, definitely.
For Grandma?
I'm sorry, Graham. I can't say the Jets. The Jets aren't going to come within 20 points of the Bills in either game.
Because the thing is,
I'm picking Minnesota.
I can see that.
I've always kind of admired their team, minus the quarterback. The offense and defensive side of the ball,
and their quarterback also has spurts of greatness. So I'm not gonna. Well, look, he has moments. He had moments in the past, so I'm not gonna disregard the moments he's had. He's had moments.
I get it, but yeah, the storylines. That's another thing. Like we may focus too much on storylines and forget about the big picture. I feel like that's a good reason for it to be a trap game. So that's mainly why I'm going Minnesota.
I mean, there's a lot of different games. Like I said, there's a division games where, and I'm not going with the Jets, obviously. Again, that's why I picked Miami. I mean, granted, they're going to be a high flying, and that's why I said it could be a trap game coming off of 2 big games against the Rams and Tennessee. Lions, like I said, with the Thanksgiving thing, but I mean, you look at the schedule, there is some hard choices to figure. I mean, some of these games you would be like, it's a trap game, but realistically, it's a decent team that you might lose to. So would you lose sleep over that you lost to the Ravens? Really?
No,
not really. I mean, John Harbaugh is a good coach. Not a bad team. Minnesota, same thing. Yeah, you lose to Kirk Cousins. Yeah, that might be a sour taste in your mouth. But again, they got a good running back. They got some decent receivers in that. So I mean, that's not bad.
You want to know who? It's the Steelers. I would say Steelers.
It's the Steelers for you again?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, I say the Steelers. There's no reason why we should lose to them. Again, mind you, we shouldn't lose to them. No, there's no reason. Absolutely no reason. Zero.
Mine, and just because I can't stand this team, they're overhyped every year. Oh, they're gonna be good. I would hate it that if I woke up Monday morning or Monday morning, I'm going to work the next day and we lost to Cleveland. Hate them with the passion. It's not because Baker Mayfield is the quarterback too. I just don't like them. I think they're a cocky bunch of a-holes. And I just would say if we lost to Cleveland, I would be, yeah, granted we could lose to Cleveland easily, they're a decent team. But that's the team that I would just feel like my day's ruined, Monday morning because we lost to Cleveland.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
I'm with you there.
All
right. Well, yeah, we've got our trap games. We've got 2 undefeated picks. 2 17-0s. We've got 2 tiebreakers because myself and Uncle Eric are 14-3, I believe. It's gonna be fun. Again, it's early. We haven't even gotten into training camp. We haven't even seen what our final 52-man roster is gonna look like. There's gonna be a lot of really good players that aren't gonna make the team.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll keep everybody updated on that. See if the draft picks all make it. I'm sure at least the top 2 probably, but yeah, we'll keep an eye on that, and we'll probably have another episode coming up just to keep tabs on it, just to see how everything's going at camp.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Brian, I got something real fast.
Yeah.
So for our people that are chatting in, let's ask them. What do they got for a record real fast?
Well,
what do we got left still on? Anyone?
Kevin's on there, and I'm pretty sure he predicted 17-0.
Becca also said 17-0.
Yeah, Becky also said 17-0. So
some smart people in the chat, I see.
That gives us 4 17-0s. I think Becky's was a little bit more hopeful than a prediction. More of a hot take, I guess. But I can't tell you. I can't even begin to tell you what Kevin's thinking.
What's that point of his?
But yeah, those are the only predictions that we have had in the chat. We'll see. 17-0 is as awesome as it sounds, and for every reason that we've given that it could happen, I mean, it's not far-fetched. It would be surprising just because it's 17-0.
I think this is the most realistic 17-0 I've seen in a while. I mean, personally. I mean, you're not gonna if you mention it to some random fan, I will let you know. You ask them, okay, so give me a reason why you don't think they're gonna go 17-0. Who's gonna stop them? Go ahead.
Just everybody that predicted 17-0. Remember this episode, because Uncle Eric's gonna laugh in your face after week 1 when the Rams win.
Yeah, it's gonna be this. Yeah, I mean, every week we're gonna be waiting. Like, oh god, okay, all right, we survived Kansas City. All right, oh damn, it's Green Bay now. Fuck. What's next?
Yep.
Oh man.
But yeah, like I said, we'll keep everybody posted on how the training camp's going. We'll get you the 52-man roster when it comes out. But I just wanted to say thank you to Uncle Eric and Sean for joining us today. It's always fun having you guys on. You bring a lot of good points of view.
And don't forget, we will have a prop bets podcast, our annual prop bet podcast. Is going to be fun. I don't know exactly when we're going to do that. We're probably going to do that towards the end of training camp. At least that's what we're shooting for. I can't wait for that.
Once the roster gets shaped up and we're able to, see who's on there, see who we can make these prop bets for. But yeah, anybody that wants to join us for that is always welcome, and you can always join us in the chat if you can't make it on. But yeah, that's where we're at. Unless you guys got anything else, unless our guests have anything else, we're going to go ahead and cut it off there.
I'm good. It's been fun.
I'm good.
All right, thank you, y'all, for joining. It was fun. I love doing these podcasts, especially the banter behind it. So it was fun.
Yeah. Thanks again, guys, and thank everybody for watching, joining in on the chat. We appreciate it, and we'll keep you posted when the next episode's going to be. See ya.